All right. Okay. Welcome to Not Vanilla
with your host, Roxana.
and Dominique.
Hey guys, your perfect mother. Oh, sorry, start over. Not
No,
perfect.
we are the perfect mother
We're
or daughter.
dynamic. It's dynamic. It's not perfect.
Okay. We're going to take
That's
a
fine,
shot to
though.
that.
That's fine. It's not perfect, but dynamic, but perfect in its own sense.
Mhm.
Mother-daughter duo, not vanilla. We have a couple of things that we want to do, but today is talking about de-escalating. Have you ever felt like your mood is like a roller coaster you can't get off? Like, what if I told you there are simple mindful techniques that you can use today in those emotional dips? This video came about because sometimes you're not upset, right? You're chilling, minding your business. Something happens and now you've reacted or you're about to react. But before you react, because you may have felt or been in this situation before, you de-escalate. So now you're reacting differently. But what are the things you do to de-escalate so that you do not react the same way that you have reacted in the past or that is escalating? That is it.
That's what we're diving into today. And we have two options here of what would you do to de-escalate yourself. Option A, option B,
She set me up for this.
maybe option C, which we will dive into. And I think option D will be the one that you will want. So you got to stick all the way through to the end so you can find out.
What are all these options?
You just got to hang around to find out.
Okay. Let's be honest. Life throws you curveballs and sometimes our emotionals take a beating. But what if you could learn proactively how to manage those every day? Stresses instead of letting them derail you in your day. This video will show you exactly how to de-escalate those daily tips and create lasting mood shifts, powerful, mindful practices. So
Mhm.
my first advice probably would be maybe not the best, but is definitely a helpful one of, have a de-escalation friend. Have a good friends around you that know how to de-escalate you. They know how you can get, and they are helpful in
To that practice,
de-escalating you,
yeah.
not escalating you. You want a friend that I remember
You got to give an example.
I remember my aunt telling me you don't want a friend that's just going to hype you up and put a battery in your back and always tell you that you're right and all of that. You want someone that's also going to challenge you. Well, is that the right? And, help you de-escalate. And that's what de-escalating is about.
Yeah.
Helping you not just think in your box of this is what happened. It's happening to me. And yes, life is happening to you, but it's how you react and how you are feeling about it to de-escalate you from that cliff that you may be on. Like, for example, because my friend swore that I wasn't going to talk about it, but I'll talk about it. One of my escalation tactics would be to go to the casino.
Oh.
And that's me being honest. And I do want you to make this a clip because he thought that I wasn't
What
gonna be able to
makes
talk
you
about it.
feel that that is a de-escalation?
No, that's what I was just about to say. He had to help me actually de-escalate from wanting to go.
Ooh.
Because that is my escalation of when I am upset. So
Wait, your escalation. Do talk. That's interesting. You're telling some
and that's
coffee.
why it's like important to have those people that do know you, because I don't react the same way that I used to react back in the day. Most of the time when we're reacting, these are unhealthy, self-sabotaging practices or exercise or things that we are doing, like binge eating our snacks or something crazy like that.
It's kind of my favorite.
Like beating ourselves up in the gym, because some people do that. Shopping, some people do that because I have a problem with that. And some people like gambling, some people, it's a lot of different things. Drinking. a lot of different things people do. But one of my things of when I get to that high stress point, I'd be like, you know what? You know what's gonna make me feel better? If I go and win some money.
That would make anyone feel
So
better. The
that's
only
where my mind
problem,
hits.
what if you keep losing? So that's why it's
And
not a
that's why
good
it's
de-escalation,
and that's why it's not a de-escalation, and that's why
because it's
sometimes
going to cause you more
your
anxiety.
thing that makes you feel good is not
Right.
a good thing, and that's why I had to
Right.
call a friend to literally de-escalate me on
That's
because
good.
the friend knew, "You talking about going to the casino, what happened?" That was the purpose of
Yeah.
that example. You told me to give an
And that's a
example. That
good
was a
friend.
great example
Yeah.
because it sounds like you are about to have a good time and your intentions are to have a great time, but you're actually about to dig a hole for yourself. What is it called? Your dip. You're about to dip
Yeah.
yourself deeper because yeah, that's it. You know, and I can't really expand more because I'm still learning how to de-escalate myself out. And I actually did it now. Now it's like I actually know that that's one of the things now. And this is also self-proclaimed and looked at of, you know what? That's not the healthiest way to do it. Just
Yeah.
because you have it to go and try to win doesn't mean you should. You shouldn't,
No,
actually.
that's a good
So
point. And both of your aunts are really good at being the de-escalation person you call, and they also practice that. You know what I'm saying? They're not someone to just respond, because I'm thinking about both of your aunties. They're very, like, slow to respond. Like, they could be at
it's the
10,
whole thing.
but you will not know they're at 10. And I feel like those are good family members that are not gonna feed into the drama and um escalate the tomfoolery.
Yeah.
And that's a good friend, because sometimes we have friends that they don't care that it's going to be detrimental to us, that we waste all our money, that we sleep with a whole bunch of people, that we have 20
as they
drinks
have the good
and
time
can't
with
go to
you.
work
Yes,
tomorrow. They just care
yes,
about, oh, well, they're about to pay for me to go out and everything. So that is so good that
yes.
you already noticed that as a young person, to have that as a tool.
Because here I am like, yeah, let's go to the casino, da, 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 da. And they're like, no,
No,
no, no, no,
no,
no, no,
ma'am.
no, no, no.
Not.
Doing that activity that you haven't done in a while. Let's not get it misconstrued for those other fun things that you like to do just because you like to do them and you
Right.
can do
Or
them.
you plan to do it. Like,
You
there's
plan
nothing
to
wrong
do
with
them.
it if you
But
plan.
this was a
Spur of the moment.
sporadic, spur of the moment thing, and that's when you have to know. That was a good one.
So I'm thinking about, you said several examples of what can happen that are not good de-escalation tools. And you talked about shopping, you talked about drinking, you talked about partying, going to the casino. And I think you hit almost all the things that I like to do. Overeating, because I am an emotional eater, even though no, I'm not going to say that. I used to be an emotional eater. Now I stop
lot
and
more
try to
discipline.
process,
Yeah.
because I know that me eating a cupcake, or me like, we just made our coffee for the show, so you got to watch the clips of it. But I have to choose now. Oh, well, if I'm going to do this now at this time, I need to make sure I'm using oat milk. So certain things I would just be like,
Conscious
oh,
decision.
I'm just going to eat all the things. Oh, I'm going to go to TJ Maxx and spend my $300 that I know I'm supposed to spend on something else. And even though I wasn't saying that to myself at the time, like you said, the after thing of it is, oh, wow, like, it didn't really help me. Like, I felt good in that moment, but now I feel even worse.
Because I think like the play on it is because I had just seen a meme about it today that said girls that buy shoes or that shop every day are more happy or something. And it's like, yes, that is
Yeah,
true. But I
of
am
course you are.
but you have to be conscious because
Right.
like I said, I do have I have those obsessions and habits that I do like to
Yeah.
do that, but I've learned better now because then in the back run, I'm sitting here looking at piles of clothes and junk that I have that I do not wear that causes me
Mm,
literally turmoil and distress of what the hell was I
yeah.
thinking? And I wasn't really thinking, I
Right.
was just feeling, which is also fine, but
That's a good point.
I just realized these habits and it's really just calling out these habits and again because you think that you're de-escalating until someone calls it out and catches you and be like, no,
Yeah.
what happened though? Because really, I was going to go anyway. I was going to go to the store and get it if you didn't say what happened. I was going to go to the casino if you didn't say what
Right.
happened. Because that was going to make me feel better.
And I think you hit a great point. The other side of it is if you're not de-escalating your emotions properly, the consequence of that could be a lot. Like you could have a mountain of clothes that you don't know what to do with. You have no space for. It's getting dry rot and you still have nothing to wear. And in the end, it still won't make you happy because I know people who can buy whatever they want and it doesn't make them happy when they buy all those things. It's just like, oh, now I'm still unhappy, but I have all this other stuff that I could
But
buy.
what does make me happy is when I'm able to catch myself in those moments where I had told myself I wouldn't slip out again. Where I'm able to be like, no, do I really want to go? Or do I just want to make myself feel better by
Right.
going? That's when I feel happy that I've corrected those behaviors. Which leads to when you know that you're trying to go out and celebrate and you're choosing to drink your coffee and you're choosing to drink your liquor. And that's why it's like it's easier to do so when you know
Sometimes.
that you're consciously choosing.
I said, and sometimes at the same time, like what we're doing now.
Yeah.
If you're watching
But
us.
is that bad to do it at the same? I feel like because a lot of people do this. I feel like have multiple drinks.
Yeah. Or you go out to dinner and
Yeah.
you have your martini and then at the end you have your coffee. We're just switching it up because I don't know why we've decided to.
I need multiple things on my taste palette.
She was very bossy when she was saying all these things.
But I wasn't serious. Like I would have been fine without it. But I am
No, she
happy
would
now
not
that I
have
have
been.
them. I'm
Because
happy that I
you
have
were like,
both.
I mean, can I have a coffee or a drink? And I was like, no, we're going to have tea because we're going to have a nice, calming moment.
But you know what? And that was wrong of me because if that's how you de-escalate and that was what makes you feel comfortable with de-escalating. But I remember it was a time where, because I do like tea, or I did really used to love tea. Do you remember that? I would drink tea every day and then I developed a dependency on tea.
She still has a dependency. Remember, you love Arizona iced tea,
And that's why I don't do that no more.
which is more sugar than
I'm
probably
saying that's why I
anything
don't
else.
do that no more. The tea, I don't know what
Oh,
it
no,
is.
I guess that's caffeine too, though.
Yeah, it was like I had to have my tea before the Coca-Cola. Anyway, just don't
Before the
before
Coke,
the Coca-Cola,
before the Mountain Dew, there was
Arizona.
Arizona.
It was Arizona tea, and I think that's why I stay away from the tea because
I'm finding out things. So, would you like drink that every day on your way home?
what?
Arizona tea?
It was like just like how I am with the Coca. Like it was even more obtainable with the tea because it was only $1. So it was like, or we had packs of it. You can make the strength of
Where
the
did you
sugar.
have a pack up here?
The Lipton tea. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Thank God we've been delivered from family practices of buying the big bins of stuff
Tea. I mean,
and mixing it with water and making a big picture of
even the little
diabetes.
literally, and then it's healthy because it's tea, and that's why I'm like, I got delivered from tea and ibuprofen, y'all. All the things they've allowed.
So, do you know that I used to do ibuprofen every night because I was like, my hip hurt, this hurt. And as soon as I had found out that it affects your liver, your kidneys, I instantly retrained my thought pattern to be like, this is not an option. I cannot do this.
Yeah.
That's crazy but is that genetics? Is that both of us? Or is that just us not knowing better? Because, I stopped cold turkey. Dad was like, you're not doing. It's like, nope, I can't do it every day. Maybe once in a while, but the way I was doing it meant I had to do changes to make sure I was ensuring my health, which is what you're saying about the de-escalation pattern.
And I think that that's with everything. And I think it's different for everybody because we thought that those things were helpful to helping us with our pain until we found out that it wasn't.
It wasn't,
Then it was
yeah.
like, oh, that's not an option to help me with this de-escalation. And now our brains are programmed to know that's not helpful to me.
Right.
Because I was like, I mean, I could drink coffee, but for all of that, just give me I mean, I could drink the tea, but for all of that, just give me the coffee because I don't drink coffee every day. So this is already really my treat. And I've been wanting to go and buy a Starbucks coffee drink.
Yeah.
But when you kind of deprive yourself from it, it kind of just becomes a treat for it. So
Which is
like,
good.
I didn't go and buy a coffee because my mom's coffee is like a treat. Now, it is a treat for your mother or your family member to make you a coffee when
Yeah.
when you come over and stuff. Like, my body receives that now as that instead of me going out there and buying.
Yeah.
So it's like
With
it
stuff
helps
you
you.
don't know.
Yes, I was like, it
With
helps
someone that
you.
probably does not care about you.
It's deep, guys.
Yeah.
It goes deep. Okay, I don't drink coffee every day. I like to because it starts me up, but I don't. So when I do have it, it's more of a reward or more of a treat or a de-escalation tactic, which it can be used for. That's why when you go over your family, like, oh, do you want a coffee? Do you want to drink?
Right.
Different things like that to break the ice of that. But that's great that when you are able to look back and be like, you know what, those practices don't help me like I thought that they did.
Yeah.
And that's helpful. That's how you grow and you just become better.
And honestly, when you had said you wanted to talk about that today, I was kind of like, what in the
She hated it. She didn't
I didn't
understand.
hate it, but I didn't understand. I just was kind of like, this is not what kind of topic is this going to be? So that means you need to make our next 5 topics. 'Cause
I think I was
this
just
one was a
happy
good
because
one.
it's like I think I'm just happy because like when you learn new de-escalations, it's you just you realize that I did grow because back in the day I would have just did this, and this,
Right.
and that's how you reach yourself on the other side. That's how you see yourself on the other side of not doing the same things that you would have done in the past. Because even though those
Yeah.
things may not hurt anybody else but you, and that's really what it is. It's you versus you of those different things. Because everything I said just now were things that I like to do that aren't hurting anybody else,
Yeah.
but me, my future self of what the things I said that I didn't want to do. So that's why I'm saying that.
And I think you saying that just triggered me to say something else. I think when we're in relationships, we have to remember that we can escalate like what we see on TV or with certain personalities, but is the backside of that something we want to deal with? Is the backside of I yelled at my mom or I yelled at my dog who now doesn't trust me or cussed out my husband or my neighbor. And now I got to deal with those people on the other side of my action. Am I still okay with whatever I chose? And that could be hard, but it's like, because it's like you want to just say your mind sometimes, or you may want to, like, we have a problem in our neighborhood where people just let their dogs poop everywhere. And every once in a while, somebody in our household will threaten to throw the poop back at the person.
I'm dead.
And it's like, okay, let's think through this. That may make us feel better now, but how will that impact how we all navigate in the neighborhood? Which it sounds crazy, but
It actually
people
sounds
really
insane.
do deal with things like that in their neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then it escalates to someone getting killed. We had that happen last year, not in this neighborhood, but in our Maryland area where, people were having a party. This neighbor had cussed and fussed at them, and the other neighbors attributed it to the person had mental health issues, but he really did snap, and 2 people got killed from that. So what I'm saying is the backside of our responses definitely have consequences.
I hear you on that.
The
This
little
is a funny
micros
note.
to the macro.
This is a funny note, but it's so real because sometimes it doesn't matter how you react. Because I know all of y'all be seeing them clips of Jocelyn when she's talking to the girls. The girls. Was she talking to the girls?
Well, I think you got to say where
And
she's from and all that, because
Yeah.
I had to do a whole
Oh, I'm
background
sorry.
on her.
It's Jocelyn Hernandez, the Puerto Rican princess, and she
calls herself the Puerto Rican princess.
This
That's
is
so
funny.
cute.
And this is so funny
But she's
explaining
not
this to
acting
my
like a
mom.
princess.
It's
She ain't
funny
acting like a
explaining
princess.
it to you because it's like I thought that this is so funny of how people's feeds can be different, guys. Because I see these clips I don't be searching for these clips. These clips come up on my feed. And you're saying that you've never seen these?
The only one that I've seen of her is
never
this
seen these
guy
clips?
does he was doing the B-Day challenge, which is Jocelyn's voice, but the guy is like
Do it
doing
like it's your B-Day?
birthday. She was like, it's your birthday. So I'm like, oh, that's the same lady. So that's all I've seen of her stuff. I didn't know she was fighting. I thought she was singing birthday songs at a cabaret, living her best life.
And she does. And she does do the cabaret. And she does do the entertainment side. But this only pertains to her in them videos that if you've seen it or you haven't, of how she talks to the girls in the cabaret. She doesn't always
Right.
talk to them.
And that's their
nicely.
workplace, though. That's
Exactly.
important to share.
And she-
Even if it's a cabaret, that's their workplace. So how do they interact with each other after dealing with something like that?
Exactly. And even how Jocelyn is it don't matter really sometimes what you say to her, she still is escalating. Like, because most of the time they're not escalating with her. They're trying to de-escalate with her, but she's already on 10. And that's why I
She
brought it
has
up,
like some
because
internal
it's like,
stuff. Yeah.
you don't want to be that person that's just
Yeah.
escalating on people, and people are like, where's this coming from?
And she's a beautiful
What if-
person.
yes,
like,
that's why it was so funny, because
so that's why I'm like, oh, she's just singing cabarets and doing booty dances. I thought that's great for her. I didn't know
that
she's
this
like a holy
lady-
terror.
Yes, like wilding out on people. And that's why I thought it was funny, because she is a great performer, but that can overcast yourself when it's like, I've seen how you be talking to these people.
Right. And that would make
And-
me, being a mom and seeing that, I also saw clips of her and her daughter. Like, she clearly has that
She knows
caring,
better.
loving side. And somebody's going to be watching her 20 years from now, like, oh my God, that was my mother. Her daughter. Her daughter's going to be watching her 20 years from now talking
And
about, I
just
can't
wanna
believe that's
say
my mom.
this. The girls of the cabaret, I stand with you all. Okay? I get it, you know.
Yeah.
This is your opportunity, and I understand it. I'm not knocking you. I'm saying to Jocelyn that, you know,
No,
it's
but
okay
I think
to de-escalate.
everyone-
We don't have to escalate all the time. I don't think that they be coming at you. You don't have
Yeah.
to get them in line like that.
But they're
I didn't
also
even show her the bad
responsible.
videos, guys.
They're also responsible for themselves, because I was in several toxic work situations. And yes, it's the other person, but the second time, why am I still waiting around? I need to go ahead and make a plan to find a different job. And I know that's hard to say. Yes, the person has to be accountable, but why do we need to go through a breakdown of our soul to figure out we deserve better? You deserve better from the beginning, but I'm just saying, okay, we gave that person grace once. We gave that person grace twice. How much more grace? No, I don't think that's a way for us to operate.
Jocelyn, don't curse me out. I'm just saying. You know, Roxana, she supports you. I support you. We support you. We're just saying. What you're doing with the girls is you're saying that you want to build them up and stuff,
but you're tearing them down. We can't be down with that.
de-escalation. Yeah, we can't be down with that. We got to have these different de-escalation tactics.
And just think, she's never going to see this because it's not on her YouTube feed, because that's not the stuff that she's liking. And that's crazy because, you know, they just did a study about that on the news. They were talking about how our algorithms are made to enrage us.
Yeah.
Not to de-escalate and make us peaceful, but it's like, she'll never see this. And if you keep watching things where people are fighting people, cussing people out, that becomes the norm.
People are trying to check you, or you think people are talking about...
Right. So I can't even say anything to you, because at that point, you're operating in your head that this person is coming at me. Not, oh, she's just saying hi. And really, it's not about the other person. It's about how we are viewing ourselves, what we are operating out of. So somewhere in her is an error message, and somewhere in the people, which I think I understand the people more, which is like, oh, I deserve to get yelled at today. I deserve to get cussed out.
Right.
I don't deserve better. Which is sad.
I have another video that popped up in my head. And this is why we have to address it, because it literally popped up. She said to the girl, you know what? You remind me of my mother, and I hate my mother. It was like, how can I remind you of your mother? That's why it's like the stuff she be saying be wild and crap. And it's like, where?
See, I didn't
How
know
do
that.
we
So that's
de-escalate?
the
Like, yes,
message.
it's like,
You
how do we
can't de-escalate that.
de-escalate from this?
She needs to
And
do
the
that
girl,
work.
and the girl was just sitting there. Neek was sitting there. Neek's from Baltimore, and I think that's why I'm like, because it was just like, what? They are strong people. They are.
Oh, yeah,
those
but
girls on the
women are
show
strong.
are de-escalating them own selves, because I
Yeah.
can only imagine what you gotta tell yourself to stay calm when this lady is saying crazy stuff to you.
Oh
So,
my God. She
so it's
said
just
you
stuff
remind.
like that. Yes, and it'd be
But
like, girl, wow.
do you know what's making me teary-eyed? Imagine how hurt you have to be that you
Like,
would
why
say
would you
that.
say that? Like, why
No,
would you
she's
say
gone
that?
through some hard things that's making her say, you remind me of my mom. And you know what? I hate my
that.
mom.
And expanded and was calling. I was like, this lady, this is deeper than. And she was
Yeah.
trying to have a conversation with her, and that's the stuff that you say. So it was like, okay, all right, okay.
Like she's just talking. Now I'm going to have to look this up. She's just talking and she's like, you know what? You remind me of someone. Oh my God, you remind me of my mother. I hate that. Pew, 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 pew.
And because
Wow.
yes. And it was like, what am I watching right now? What was the point of this conversation? And the girl on the other side was just like,
because how do
am
you
I
stop
supposed
acting like her mom? Like, how do you, your boss is telling you this, I'm just going to shut up and not look, just look
so
down.
you hate me because you hate her? What? Or you?
No, but how do I stop acting like your mom?
I remind you of her because you hate us both. What? That was the thing. And it was
Wait,
like,
what? That was the correlation?
that was my correlation.
I hate
of
my
like,
mom. I hate you.
I hate you. I hate
You
y'all
remind
both.
me of
You-
her.
Y'all remind me.
I'm done.
I hate it.
I'm done. That's interesting. And both different.
Oh my God. It was
Can you
hilarious.
imagine?
It wasn't hilarious, but it was like,
It's not hilarious
I don't want to be
at
like
all.
that.
There's
I want to
no
be able
parts
to
of that.
de-escalate things in my head where I'm not saying crazy stuff.
Oh my God. You saying that? My God. Because I have had that experience before where I'm like, why is this person irking my soul? And it ended up being, they reminded me of someone, but I never told them. And I literally shook myself like,
You remind
girl,
me of that lady from church, and I don't like that lady from church.
that actually, oh my God, did you know I was going to say that? Anyways,
But it's
so yes, that happened to me, but I never told that person. And I had to shake myself. I was like,
Why would
this
you say
person
that?
didn't
Why
do
would you say
anything
that
to me.
somebody like that? You wouldn't.
Because she's
Not in
so
your
hurt
conscious
and
mind.
broken though. Like,
And also, when
Yeah.
you think the wrong things of de-escalating,
you
is
gotta take a shot to
de-escalating.
that.
When you think the wrong things of de-escalating is de-escalating, you telling somebody that is not de-escalating or helping.
So we did a
Don't
couple
tell me
things.
no shit like that.
A was A, coffee.
Yeah, we made this first.
Alcohol is A. Coffee is B. C would be go to the casino. What's D?
Oh, shopping.
Shopping. But you don't want to do any of those things. The best thing to do to resolve and de-escalate is what? You already said it. If you didn't get it yet.
You can call a friend.
No, the de-escalation is search in your heart. So let's try it again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Remind yourself of the things that you said you didn't want to do, and align yourself with your future self of those different behaviors and things that had put you in those spaces before.
Yeah.
For example, and not repeating those same cycles. Because like, or remember the things that you do when you're upset and being like, okay, wait,
Right.
did this help or not? Stuff like that.
And the
it
responses
takes me
to
a
it.
second to learn it, but
And that's why I say that Jocelyn has a lot of self-work to do, because to me, if I go to work and everyone's like, guard your loins, like devil wears Prada, I would want to adjust. I would want to change. I don't want that to keep being the experience that we have when we go to work. So it's something going on in her that she still hasn't
because it's like
recognized that.
You're the boss now.
Yeah.
And you didn't
can't-
like being
yeah.
feeling like that or anything. And you're saying that it's woman empowerment. You're saying that you're
Oh
all
my
women. You get
God,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Why are you why?
Yeah.
These women are not even checking. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. They're actually being very respectful towards you. I don't
And I'm
understand.
sure they coach them.
I don't
that,
understand.
You know, this is a very
I don't
hard
understand.
workplace to be in, because they're not going to say the T word, toxic. So they
What's
are
going
coaching
on?
them at
Like,
some point.
Right, like what's going on?
But why aren't they coaching her? Like, to me, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
I don't understand it. Like, why are we not correcting her of But
you
that's
know
because they're
why?
making money off it.
They want to make.
I
I
was
was
saying,
just
they're
about
making
to
money off
say
it.
that. They
But
just
it's
want to make
like-
money.
But
Because
it's
who
like,
would co-sign?
it's not necessary because people are watching it anyway without you talking
Because
crazy. Like,
I'm telling you, all I
without you
saw
talking them
for
crazy.
about a month, and I asked Laura, and didn't I ask you? I was like, do it like it's your birthday. Do it like it's your birthday. And I was like, oh my God, she has like a whole song. So to me,
Great.
yeah, I would rather her be on the map for that than, because I think of how hard it is to make it out of poverty. My mom is from Panama City, Panama. So for Jocelyn to make it out of Puerto Rico, to make it in America, one of the hardest places to get out of, not hardest places to get out of poverty, but to make it to that point, like, you didn't do nothing. Like, you've already proved your point. Like, you've already, you know what I'm saying? So for her to still be operating like that is
It's
cringy.
hard to watch. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's hard to watch.
It's like, are y'all
It's hard
waiting
to
for her to
watch.
just fall apart? I guess so, because I can't imagine why you would have this lady operating like this.
It's hard to watch, but yeah.
And she's calling herself a princess. We're not helping her to act like a princess. Princesses act refined. They act very demure.
And again, she's very beautiful. She is.
She
very
is beautiful. It's
But
captivating.
it'd be like, I just don't know what you're gonna say or do, and that's crazy. But
I can't. I guess that I don't want to keep beating a dead horse.
Yeah,
Because clearly,
but
clearly her mom didn't love her. You need to make that right, lady.
and that's what I was like. You need to call your mother. Like, what the hell?
No, but
Why
you know,
are you saying that to her like that? Like,
you
so
you
mean.
can call your parent that wasn't there for you, and you can explain it all you want. You have to do the inner work, because most likely if her mom didn't give a shit back then, she doesn't care now.
And
most likely
that's what she
if
was
she
saying in
hasn't
the
repaired
video,
it.
and it's like,
So what she was saying was probably that girl is acting like she don't give a shit like her mom.
that's what I said.
Okay.
That's what I said. So
We've come
the correlation
full
between
circle.
her and the mom is that you hate them both. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? You need to de-escalate better, because you shouldn't even correlate the two.
Sips
That
her
didn't
martini.
need to come out.
No, Rita.
But
And also, I guess I can't relate to that, because clearly I had a good mom who would hit me upside my damn head if I acted like that in public. Like, even if I had a meltdown at home, she'd be like, we won't, don't let Satan use you. Like, you know, she was
Yeah.
very, so I can't imagine that she's in a good place when she,
that's why
that.
I think I'm speaking, because it's like, I remember when I used to be very reactive to
And me
things
too.
like
Yeah.
that, to people and
Yeah.
things, and relating it back, and trying to catch it, and now it's like, actually I can think a lot clearer when I'm not thinking that you have some sort of agenda and all of this, and when I'm not relating it back to that last thing that hurt my feelings and made me feel like this.
And you can
Because
see
that's
clearer.
what she's doing, and it's like, this has nothing
Everything
to
is
do.
kind of,
Yeah, it's like, this has nothing to do. They don't even, it's not even, what the fuck?
but in her mind, it is related. And that's why
Yeah.
we got to really get to that place of maturity where it's like you said, because I think that's crazy that you said that. Not crazy. It's in line with what we're talking, because I remember Dad had told me that. I don't know if you remember, a couple weeks ago, Dad was telling me, oh, you can't let outside stuff affect you. And I was like, how dare him tell me outside stuff when it clearly it can. But it's like, no, he was saying, yes, those things can be hard. They can be taxing. But it's like, you'll operate a whole lot better if you don't take it, internalize it, and keep replaying it in your mind. You'll be able to show up and not respond. Because that's
So true.
That's the worst, to just be in a reactive, like, knee jerk, like, hey, Dominique kicks the legs, you know, like, no one wants, we want to be in control of how we're showing up and how we're responding. Or at least I think a mature person does. And that's why I give grace to Jocelyn, because I know she's not in a good place. So if I did work with her, I'm not going there expecting her to be in that mature place. But I'm also not going to stay there. I'm about to give my 2 weeks notice. If I give you 2 weeks, I'm about to be like, that's it. Not today, Satan.
I think, so this has nothing to do with anything. Maybe it has to do with the de-escalation.
Of course it does.
But Krishan Rock was reunited with Blueface.
Please. Oh, you about to make me fall out of my chair.
But I think it's because if I didn't get out, that could be anybody's story, how Krishan is with that man, you know?
Can I tell y'all something though?
I love her, but I love her. I just want
I
nothing
had
but
to
the
stop
best for her.
watching that feed because of that. Yeah, we love her, but we're gonna keep watching this unraveling. Like,
They need a TV show again.
no, they do not. And we don't need the young people of the world watching that as an example of somebody
As an
rescuing
example.
you or something.
It's more of an example. It's
disgusting.
more of an example of a reminder of like.
Well, you go ahead and finish your. What is that an example of? Because that is nothing good or edifying in those videos.
Like, I think that's why I love Tyler Perry so much too, because it's like your movies are examples.
I love
of,
his stuff. I'm sorry, there's a piece of lint. I love his stuff.
It's examples
but
of what not to. What not to.
Well, I feel
So
like he gives
expand
us
on
a
and
story
do.
of how to get out. Like Krishan is in a gilded cage of delusion. Delusion. That y'all are not working on yourselves to change. And then you got a baby now. And the baby's sick because of the messed up things. Oh, I'm gonna have to take a deep breath. I'm gonna have to go ahead and take another drink to de-escalate my thoughts.
I love Krishan, and I feel
I
like
had to
I
unfollow
feel like
her.
She came so far, and
And
Blueface
she still
is out
has
now, and I just I
God,
know
he's out of jail.
this is gonna be a hard time for them, and I'm just gonna come with love and
What would you do if that was your
uplifting.
daughter?
I'm gonna come with love and uplifting and say, not that I want to see a Black father in jail, but Krishan, you was doing good. Keep doing good. Keep supporting. Don't. Learn to de-escalate your emotions and not be on this emotional dip with yourself. Now that he is out, that's all I was gonna say.
I think you can still love them, but
Yes, and you guys can still have.
do
a
we have
good,
to still
supportive
be
family.
together?
You can't even be together.
Like,
but
y'all
do stuff
fought each
differently.
other's family. You beating the hell out of each other. You drinking. You're cheating on each other. Like, it's a toxic situation all around. There's no safe parts in your relationship. Why do you think they should have a show? That's the most important question.
The same reason why Tyler Perry keeps making the same movies.
You know what? Stop it.
It's entertaining. It's entertaining.
The difference is they're actors and there is a storyline.
And I think that's where it gets messed up, because it's not that I don't want best for her. And I think that's where I got it a little messed up. They're not actors. This is her real life.
That's
But
her
they
real
put it out
life.
there. Ain't nobody else asking for. They
No, I
putting
don't.
it out there,
I
you know?
actually think
So
the
it's like, if y'all are
authenticity
gonna,
is
yeah, I
fine.
love that. Like,
But
put it on the
I
show
don't
then.
think it's fine for the world to keep encouraging the stuff that's going on with them.
A lot of people, that's their issue. They're saying, but again,
because she's
we
been on
didn't ask for
several
this.
podcasts.
They asked for
And
this.
I remember when I was at the nonprofit I was at, I was like, can we have her with one of our therapists to help her? And it's like there's something about her light, that even the different podcasts she was on, they cared about this young lady, this young woman. So it's like she is a special person. I don't know about that sea urchin she's with, but I know that she has a light. God has a purpose for her. And I really, really, really pray that, she has to see that, because we can all see it and want her better.
I just don't know what it is about her. Because I feel like she's got it, but now that he's out, it's like, do you really have it? And I feel like it's just a great.
And he's a user. He's going to keep
using.
It's
just something that, like, I feel like us as millennials, because I think this is important to say, because this is what this podcast is about. Different viewpoints on these different topics and stuff. In my point of view, it feels like it's an awakening of us Gen X millennials of, oh, this is what toxic relationships look like, and this is what feminism look like, this different stuff of what we may have thought it looked like before, of what it really actually is and what it does really look like. So in that, I think Krishan is young, and we've seen her in live action go through those things. That's what happened. And I think we all related to that of being so delusional for someone. At least I can.
And
Maybe not
delusional for your
everyone
father.
can, but everyone like being so delusional for, but
But I
that was
think that's also good though.
reciprocation. Like she was
And
of the
maybe that'll heal them.
escalations
I don't
of
know.
delusions.
I don't know. Because I think part of the enticement of love, romantic love, is that someone loves you and believes in you more than you believe in yourself at times. Because when you get kind of like, oh, I can't do this anymore, that person is like, no, you actually can. I see this in you. You're such a great person. Yes, you've shown yourself that they're there to remind you along the way. So maybe they can, but I think um my view would be not millennial, as a mom who cares about her kids and would not want anyone to keep degrading themselves, because I've seen domestic violence firsthand and secondhand that I wouldn't wish that for anyone. And I've seen the destructive pattern. And the flip side is that he doesn't have characteristics that we're seeing that's saying he's in a change pattern.
Yeah. Though that's why I'm saying it would be, I know that that's what she wanted, this fairy tale, but that's what us millennials are dealing with right now. The realities of adulthood, of what's settling
Yeah.
in, what these things look like in our adult life. Krishan was doing good. I mean, everyone's kind of bashing her about how, but you can't say how the next person do it. Like, she brought her baby into this world, and I think that's good. Like, I don't know why they're acting like she didn't. You don't know what she doing.
I think we all knew what she was doing when she was pregnant, even afterwards. And I think, and plus, that guy, from the way he's responded about how she was acting during the pregnancy, just shows that he does not have a love and a care for her in a real way. Because I'm going to tell you, if I had an alcoholic uh, partner, it would not be my thing to keep embarrassing them, feeding the stuff to them, bashing them out loud. Like, yes, you probably would once or twice, but some of the stuff that we've been privy to, it didn't need to go. So, and he didn't have to share it. So it just tells me, like, he's not an okay person for her. And hopefully other women don't think that all Black men are supposed to be like that. And that's how Black men are, because they're not. And that's what we're being fed by him keep being highlighted.
I'm not gonna lie, I may need to be delivered from that type of stuff, and that's why I don't have Zeus Network and stuff, because
Don't watch that mess.
I can't watch that mess. Like, that's a bit. We got to get out of that. That's a de-escalation thing. We need to get out of that, because I think that's why. Because it's like, oh, we know better than it, but we can watch these people do
But
it
do
and
we?
destroy their lives.
Because if somebody is telling you or showing you, highlighting, this is how men act, because then we're also forgetting that there's men out there, young men, boys watching these shows, thinking that that's how men are supposed to show up in real life, and it's not.
Do they?
You don't think men watch those shows?
I would hope not.
Yeah, they probably laugh at women saying, yeah, I'm going to be
Okay.
like him because he's the center of attention and stuff. Like, we think everyone is consuming this content. It's not just Black, it's not just white, it's not just men, it's not just women.
Well,
It's not just old, it's not just young.
I think we went over a lot of great topics. I think we went over
She's
a lot
wrapping
of
me up.
great examples as well of those different de-escalations and what escalations look like, and what not dealing and not doing correct de-escalations also look like and cause. So imagine a day where you're in control of your emotions, effortlessly moving forward from frustration to peace. Sounds too good to be true, but you can do it. And we've spoke about that today, of the different things. Center your peace. Think about those things that you may think are de-escalating you, but are actually escalations. So,
And make a list so you can remember.
just do the opposite of those things, or expand on more things that you can do.
I would say expand. Because I think once you notice that it's an issue, that's the first thing. Then doing the opposite would be like a second, but the maturity part is, wait, I don't have to just do the opposite. I can actually grow into other things. So instead of coffee or tea, I can just sit and be peaceful in my mind and de-escalate. I don't need an outside thing.
Yeah. A lot of the times now, and what I used to do a lot back in the day is learn something new. I haven't learned something new in a long time. Like the last thing I learned new was how to animate. And I was so happy about that. Like it was so
We're
rewarding.
podcasting. That's a new skill.
That's a new skill, yes. But you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
the podcasting is a new skill.
We painted recently.
We did paint. So yeah, like just expanding on your different skills or those other things and refining those help.
I think we don't give ourselves enough credit because we have been venturing out on new things. We just haven't been reminding ourselves.
Like we have to go back tubing again. It's probably too cold now, but I gotta go back tubing, and I'm gonna get a bigger tube,
Oh my God, that was so
more safe,
fun.
a safer tube. And I need to get like a better, thicker rope from
That was so
like
fun.
a better that.
Hopefully, I mean, but even if it's cold, we could just layer up.
I ain't going in that water cold. Who's going in the water cold?
Oh my God, you're such a chicken. You didn't even fall out.
I didn't, but no, I didn't. But you have to be prepared to fall out. You have to be prepared to fall out because you never know.
Well, on that note,
I said you have to be prepared to fall out.
our episode is what? In the bag.
Finish.
Thank you for joining us on
Not
Vanilla. Thanks for joining us on Not Vanilla.